Alright guys, so I want to add one more thing to this, right? One more twist or nuance to this. So as you can see, if we're just standing in one place and we punch, there's an explosion. But if we're really running and we punch, whoa. If we're really running and we punch, then there's the same size of explosion. So what I want to do is, depending on the speed at which the character is running, I want a bigger explosion at the punch. So I'm just going to double click this. And in our code here, let me just kind of comment that out and say punch peak zone. Now remember, this will run at every frame, right, on an event tick, and I have some strategies and some ways in the ending to make sure that this doesn't happen on every single tick all the time, but that we'll do later towards the end of the series in optimization, right? So anyway, we have this punch peak zone where all of this is going, but what I want to do is, if this is true, if that there are actually overlapping characters and it's in the punch peak zone, what I want to do is I want to cast to Delhi animations. I actually want to cast to the animation blueprint, right, for a second, and I want to get the value of speed. Get speed. Right, so I've done something strange here. I've actually cast it to the animation blueprint. And what I need to do is, remember, the animations are always dependent on the mesh. Right, so I'm going to pull in the mesh here, and I'm going to get anim instance. Right, this is basically the command to get the object for this. Remember, all of these castings need an object, and the object here is the animation of the mesh, which is, if you go to the mesh in the viewport, then the animation here. I need the anim instance, which is pulled like this as the object. So I want the speed, and let's do an if condition. Right, let's branch. Actually, we'll pull the branch from here. Branch. Okay, let's move this a little aside. Okay. If the speed is greater than, say, 200, okay, if the speed is greater than 200, then fine, you have this big explosion. Or, I'm just going to copy paste this. If the speed is less than 200, then we will scale this down to maybe 0.2, 0.2, and 0.2. Tiny explosion, right? Save. It's just a simple change that I've made, and as you can see, small. Oh wait, we need to send it the location of the. So remember, this location is being sent here. We need to send the location to this too. All right, save that. Pew, small one. Small one. However, if you're running. Well, I think the character is being slowed down by, oh yeah, there we got it. I think the character is being slowed down by the other guy. Oh yes, there we have the big one. So as long as you're punching while you're still running fast, then you have a big explosion, otherwise you have a tiny one, right? So obviously you have to time your punch at the right time so that you don't get slowed down. Oops. Again, I got slowed down. Well, you get the point. Let me just show you one last time. It's hard for me to do even. Actually, let's change this. Let's change it from 200 to maybe just 20. All right, let's just make it simple. So if you're standing and punching, then that's small. But if you're running and punching, then it's big. Even though you got slowed down a little bit, it's still big. Bam. Cool. Just a small twist to what we already had. Catch you in the next episode.